Look at this. And when is it releasing? Oh, wow, in less than 2 months. Yeah, no wonder it's the talk of the year. If that weren't the only reason for the hype, well, that would be it. I would cue the outro and send you off to your day. But there's so much more to talk about with this movie. From the big reveal, the new green guy himself, well, if you could call him green at all, to the new Captain America, succeeding the Marvel series that didn't do, too particularly hot. We better get right to the punch. Okay, everyone has their own opinions and takes on a variety of subjects, but we can all agree on one thing. If something isn't broken, don't fix it. Period. The way the MCU was going, it was great, but everything great has to come to an end at some point. So Marvel took it upon themselves to make a new and even bigger success than Phase 1. Phase 4. What could go wrong? They thought they could introduce more than 6 Avengers and represent them all equally across a variety of shows and movies, with a lot not even interacting with each other. This did not work. Some parts connected here and there, but in the end it was just a big mess. When What If went into production, people were surprised to see it in the MCU. Was Phase 4 really going to bring an animated project into the MCU? What? Well, it was not what people aspired for. People wanted the show to explore a vast amount of good what if ideas, but this show it explored some of the most, mid ideas there was. Just some random YouTube guys came up with some more interesting ideas rather quickly, and oh boy, they didn't want you to forget about Captain Carter. And me personally, the whole coming together at the end thing wasn't really needed, and I think if that didn't happen, it would have been a recurring show that would have went from season to season. Too bad they sort of ruined the great potential this show had. But I will say, Season 3 is generating a good amount of hype, and in my opinion, it looks pretty good with Storm coming in and everything. Okay, just bear with me for a minute, you'll see where I'm getting with this. Then there was The Eternals, a long and dragged out movie with characters that probably won't come back in any other projects. It was literally announced at a time where Marvel did not have the X-Men, and they were going to be, that sort of team. Then Thor Love and Thunder was not so good of a tone for Thor, and She-Hulk, well, I don't know what to say about that. But with The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I have to say it did take part in one of the recurring themes, being dragged out. Unlike some other projects, it was a show that was truly trying to bring the cinema feel and effects to the small screen. It did that alright, but story, literally to force myself to indulge in the finale on a plane ride. And it was pretty cool with him coming through the window with the whole new suit and everything, punching all the bad guys. But what about all the filler episodes? Okay, so it did have some awesome parts in it though. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, both teaming up, and then some other dude tries to be Captain America and everybody hates his guts. I remember when it was releasing and all the talk about it. Now regarding these projects, the question is, did they generate much hype? Short answer, yes. People were thrilled to see the duo in their own little show, and in Secret Invasion, people were so excited to delve into the idea of Skrulls invading the world. And it did not stop there. We were finally given a teen hero, Miss Marvel, and her own show, and the first animated project in the MCU. You see what I mean? Just as ideas, they all seem like something great to indulge in after a long day. Then you proceed to see the trailer, they edited it to look great, then you see the end of Secret Invasion, what everything led up to, and just cringe. Now the reason I suspect, which this is more of my personal opinion, that these did not live up to the hype was simply due to how disappointing they were. If you see something awesome, like a PlayStation 5, then someone gives you a PlayStation 4, it's gonna suck, right? Well, what if they said they were gonna send you a PS3, and they sent you a PS4 instead? How would that make you feel? What I think happened particularly with The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and could loosely be applied to the rest, is that the trailers made it look like a 6-episode epic event with major fights and character development every episode. And you are on your knees the whole time like a movie theater, but then you get midway through the show and you're not hyped for the next week at all. Now, I'm just gonna point this out, I'm not gonna say anything bad about WandaVision. That show was a masterpiece, and yeah, I'm not gonna get into that this episode, but now it's time to bring all of this together with the latest and the greatest, Captain America, Brave New World. I'm just gonna say it, the trailer looks utterly breathtaking. The teaser already had me hyped, but upon doing a little bit of further research, the audiences that were in testing for the movie didn't really think the same way. The film had to go through various reshoots too close to release. So that alone worries me that they may be trying to overhype this movie to cover up what the real movie is about. Another valid point is that the movie may be trying too much to mimic the success that The Winter Soldier brought along with it. Now don't get me wrong, I loved The Winter Soldier. It was hands down the best Captain America movie, let alone the best MCU movie in my opinion. But does it really need to be done again? Hopefully my fear of this being like many of the Phase 4 Marvel projects is false. I mean, they brought in a whole new character played by Giancarlo Esposito. It's kind of fun to say, but anyway, it's cool if you ask me. And Red Hulk. Fans have been asking for too long to have a raging Hulk back in the MCU, just like in phases 1 and 2, you know, that Avengers era. And Red Hulk brings that. I mean, it's better to have some Hulk rather than Green Hulk. I mean, we're not going to get exactly what we want, but those two characters alone leave for an interesting story, and with interactions between each other and the Falcon, I can't wait to see it. And if this is successful, imagine what other crazy characters they might bring into the MCU. Truthfully, I think if the story is appetizing, the characters have growth, and the action scenes are pretty sick, it can be one heck of a movie to watch. If this movie lives up to the trailer at least somewhat, I think it can get somewhere. But it will take a lot of box office success to make up for the reshoots, which hopefully don't have a ripple effect to cause the movie to be a total blow. Either way, the main point I'm trying to get across, this movie is a huge deal for the future of the MCU. Okay, so what do you think about the movie? Are you going to theaters in February to watch it? Tell me down in the comments down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. Anyways, thanks for watching the video, and if you like it, be sure to sub if you want to see more like it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.